Hello, I'm Kirsty.
And I'm Dieter.
And welcome to Win Some Loosemore, a YouTube channel all about the hobby of board games.
Each month we do a little update video to look back on what's come. So this is our October update, where we look back over the month of October. We have a little screen that tells us all the games that we've played. We share some of that information with you. If you want to, in between the videos, if you check out our social media, I'm doing this early. We usually post things about the games that we've been playing, particularly Instagram. There's a busy one if you search Win Some Loosemore.
He loves his Instagram.
I'm slowly trying to understand it. Now, last month we basically only had one game to talk about. We had Tapestry, which was a new game. We've played it again since then.
Have we really?
Yeah, you were the militants.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was thinking about Patrick. No.
Oh no, we haven't played that in a little while. No, Tapestry. Your thoughts developing any more on it? You won the second time.
I don't remember it.
Alright then.
Sorry.
We won't talk about that. And I've played the solo mode, which is good. You should check it out. But that's good. 6 Nimt I've played, which is in the no thanks kind of
I do
level.
like Tapestry.
Oh, hello.
It's the Stone Mayor game.
Last month it was Stagmire. Now it's Stone Mayor.
Stone Mayor?
Stone Mayor, yeah. Jamie Stegmaier. Stone Mayor Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you could pronounce it Mayor, but he doesn't.
It's very good. I do like Tapestry.
Oh, good, good. You're building all the buildings in your little area and doing the tracks on the board.
Yeah, and I won because...
You did. Militants. Smashed it.
Yeah, because I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
Strategy.
Yeah, since our first play, I've never won again. I've played 4 or 5 times since. Never won.
Yeah.
Sad. So there was only that one game last month, but we've played quite a few this month. Been quite busy for the Loosemore household.
Just wait, there's loads.
Whoa!
Going up.
So I'd say 6 Nimts, which is like No Thanks. I played at the group.
Okay.
Not like No Thanks in how it plays, but in that kind of family of level of games.
Okay.
Betrayal again. We played Men at Work for fun.
Oh, and it is still is
fun.
fun.
And Ticket to Ride. Oh, is that when we were babysitting?
I think
or
it
was
is.
that before? I don't know. We introduced some kids to Men at Work and Ticket to Ride in New York, and it went well, didn't it?
It did. It
did.
Really
It went well. It's good. We did a couple of videos on a couple of games. One that I'll talk about, Keyforge, we did a play of that you can watch.
Yes.
So wherever the eye appears, do your magic thing. Where's the eye going to appear?
Da 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 da.
I hope it's that corner.
I don't remember it.
If it is, an eye will have appeared. You can watch us play a game of Keyforge. And I did.
I won that as well.
You did. You win all the games.
Did I win that? No, I think you won it.
I thought I won.
But it was one turn. It was
very
one
close,
turn in
one
it.
turn.
Because I had enough.
Yeah. The other thing did a video of which is a solo play of a solo game that we got at the tail end of last month. Mentioned it, but hadn't played it yet. This is Maki.
Meki.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah. It is the most beautifully designed game I've ever seen.
You mean visually?
Yeah.
Really?
I've not played it, so I can't comment on anything apart from what it looks like. And I just love the design. I mean, I quite like the Thunderbirds box actually, but I really love the art style of this. It's beautiful, and the cards are the same. It's just beautiful. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on why I like it so much, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, closer look. Yeah. Clever game about putting out your spies into Nazi-occupied. Can't associate Germany with Nazis. Nazi-occupied France, I think.
Yeah, because it's about the resistance.
Yep, the Maquis. And you are the Maquis. They are the resistance. Yeah?
Yeah, I think so, the French resistance.
I don't know, you understand French better than I do. Just either seeking information, stopping the propaganda, whatever it is. You get different missions each time. I played it a good handful of times. If you watch the video, I make a few mistakes. That's okay.
We're allowed to make mistakes.
We are allowed to make mistakes. It's absolutely okay. But buying this or backing this on Kickstarter was not a mistake. I've really enjoyed this. I'm hoping it will come to shops because you should get it.
So beautiful.
It's lovely. And it is a good game. Probably only about 20 minutes-ish. So you can give it a couple of goes.
I'm going to give it a go. The reason I haven't played it is because it's one player.
And time.
and I tend not to play one-player games, but I do, because it's so beautiful, I need it to challenge my love of Friday, which is my one-player game that I do really like.
Yeah.
So I am gonna give it a go, and I'll let you know what I think.
So other than that, we've played a good number of games. It just seemed to be the month where lots of things came in, lots of trades just suddenly appeared, lots of Kickstarters that are like a year ago all suddenly came in.
Yeah.
So there's a good few things. What do you wear?
So I'm going here.
Oh, double game.
No, well, I'm only going to talk about one of them first. But these both came in at the same time. They're by the same people.
Button Shy Games.
Because you could guess from the... Firstly, I'm just going to talk about the fact that they're just in these essentially oyster holders.
That's an Oyster card for those that don't live in London.
London. Oyster card
It's a travel
holders.
card thing.
Yeah, so they're just simple
Not just
card
oysters.
games. Little card games, so easy to just fit in your pocket, really small, really cool. I just really like that for a start. But I'm going to start with Sprawlopolis, which is... were they both Kickstarters? Yes.
Yes.
But this was a Kickstarter I saw months ago and really showed an interest in, and my dear husband here bought it for my birthday. And so what it is, I'll quickly show you. You've got roads in little district things, and you're taking in turns to build these roads up. But each time you play, you've got 3 different scoring mechanisms. So it changes each time, but you have ways that you can score, and then I think regardless of these, still just the biggest district area gets you points.
So the biggest of each colour scores.
Okay, yeah, so there's 3 4 areas. Good counting.
I think.
So we played that. I was, although I enjoyed it, I was really annoyed by the lack of variety in roads. They all seem to have a very similar pattern, but
as roads tend to.
Yeah.
In everywhere but rural England.
Yeah.
You're just we're so used to the country.
The country.
You're like, where's all the wiggly roads that are most unhelpful to drive
Yeah,
on?
I just wanted roundabouts.
What is this straight line?
I wanted roundabouts. I wanted, 4-way thingies. But there wasn't any of that. They just have straight roads and corners. But you mentioned they had... Did you mention... No, maybe you didn't. Are there expansions to this?
No, but... well, I don't think so. But it's being reprinted by a different company, and it looks like they're doing a bigger version, so they'll probably have more stuff in it.
Excellent.
So we may look at that.
But the good things about this, it's a very quick, easy game. You can carry it around in your pocket. It's funny, I always think of these in terms of good game to take to an airport. Is one of these, because it's light, it's easy to travel with, and you can sit down at a cafe and it won't take very long to play. So yeah, we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tussie Mussy.
Tussie Mussy, shall I talk about that now as well?
Yeah, whilst you're clearing up. It's the same designer as a very, very, very popular game that's out at the moment called Wingspan, also from Stonemaier Games. We had it briefly. It's beautiful, it's well designed, it just didn't fit in our collection. We weren't as excited by it. But this is a very small card game, same company. I think all of their games, these Button Shy games, are just 18 cards in a little wallet.
Right.
I think that's their
great
whole design thing.
USP.
It might not be 18, I've probably made that number
There's
up.
more than 18, I think.
Alright. However many there are, 20 something.
Doesn't matter.
But Tussie Mussy, what have you got?
Flowers. So you work at a flowery. What are they called?
18 cards.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, what are what called?
Flower shop. You work at a flower shop.
Florist.
Florist, not a flowery.
A flowery.
I work at a flowery.
That's where we make flour. That's not.
And you're taking it in turns to gain flowers for your flower shop, your florist. And each flower...
Floristry? Because you're the florist, aren't you?
I think both.
Florists. A shop only belonging to the floristry. Flower shop.
You work at a garden centre. And, so each flower has a little scoring thing at the bottom. So, for example, +1 point for each of your red cards, including this one. And so you're gaining flowers, choosing flowers based on that. Those scoring systems. Again, really easy game. A lovely little touch to this game is that it says right at the bottom what the flowers meant in Victorian times. So they all have meanings. So a red tulip meant I love you, for example. And a peony meant I am bashful. And that, I think, is just a lovely little detail, a lovely little touch that you're playing the game, which is a good game in itself, but then you're going, oh, a daisy means that I am innocent.
Which is an Elizabeth Hargrave thing. Within Wingspan, they had all the info about the birds and where they came from, their size. Like, she's mixing... I think is she a biologist or something? Correct me in the comments, but she's a scientist of some description as well as a game designer, so she's done this research as well and wanted to incorporate that in the designs of the game. Which
is lovely. Interestingly, I really love flowers, but I don't really like that this is flowers, because I feel like it's an affront to the stereotype.
What stereotype? That she's a female designer?
No, that I should like it because it's flowers. It's like if they'd made a game about butterflies, I'd be like, I don't want to like it because girly butterflies thing. And so I feel the same about this.
I can't say as I understand your thought process in the slightest.
It's a good little game. An airport game, let's say.
From one pair of games to another. So that was one of the Kickstarters that came in.
Yes.
Sporopolis and Tussie Mussy. The other is a couple of Ryan Lockett games, Rome and 8-Minute Empire Legends. This is the new one, Rome, which is a little area control game. You use cards, the characters in front of you, to place out your pieces in different patterns on the board, on the grid, dependent on what power your character has. They have that specified at the bottom. And once a card, a section of the grid is full, you see who's won it, and it's then a new character to add to your thing. So it's first to 10 characters. But a couple of things to say. I really like it. Really like it.
I think I like it, but I can't remember.
Once with you, haven't I? It was a while ago.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago. The art is beautiful. It's exactly the kind of art that I like. Well, no, I don't think that's true. I don't know. I can't say what art style I like because there's a little bit varied, but I thoroughly enjoy this style. So this is set in the world of another one of his games, Near and Far, which is a much bigger story-driven competitive game. This is a smaller, what takes half an hour, 40 minutes. I think we played in an hour when we were both learning it.
Okay.
Kind of game, but just the art's lovely. It's quite whimsical. There's a dog, there's a turtle, and a cat as some of the characters that we got as special ones, but mostly it's people and lizard people and blue people. I don't know. I don't know this world particularly. Near and Far and Above and Below are games that I'd be very interested to look at. But this is set in that world, but beautiful. I don't usually like area control. I think Small World's the only one we like because they just typically come off as dull and dry and boring.
Risk.
Oh. And that's not a modern Euro area control. We haven't played enough of them because they just look boring or grande and type things, and people love them. I'm sure they're great, but this has got me into it that little bit more. And along with that came 8-Minute Empire Legends, which it's not really 8 minutes. It's kind of 8 minutes per player.
It's really silly.
It
minutes. Says 8 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Basically, they're not expecting you to do it in 8, but that's their thing, so they wanted to, like,
well,
carry it on if
because
they
this
could.
is a sequel or a redoing of a game called 8 Minute Empire,
Yeah.
which took about 8 minutes.
Yeah, so they wanted to continue that, but this doesn't really
So this
take
is 8
8
Minute
minutes
Empire
anymore.
Legends. So it takes all the original stuff, makes it better, adds new stuff. I like throwing in most of the optional stuff, not all of it. But this is, how do you describe this? It's a bit darker in palette. So it's not as attractive to me as Rome is, but this functions differently. Instead of everybody having their own powers that they're using and the characters and whatnot, there's just a row of cards at the top which cost differing amounts depending on where they are positioned. So the first one's free, the closer you get to the deck, the more expensive they get.
Yeah.
A mechanism we like. Again, Small World is like this, Century Spice Road is like this. It's just a nice mechanism. And you draft, well, you take turns buying one of those cards and then do everything it says on it. Either deploy units onto the board, move units around to try and get majorities, attack other players, set up camps or towns, whatever they are, so you can deploy new places. And then you're scoring stuff at the end, like having the most of one type of card. So they have keywords like forest or dire or ancient or noble or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And some of them score off each other, and then there's elixirs and other things to score off. And so it's good, and a lot of people love this. I posted about it, and some people were like, oh, this is like a perfect, small, fast game. And I like it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not fussed about keeping it or not. We thought we'd try it. We'll see how it goes. But this, beautiful.
He likes it.
I do. We'd have to play it more, but for me,
Yes.
it challenges Century Spice Road as
Oh yeah, I remember you
my
saying.
game in this kind of genre.
And
Yes,
can I just say, Century Spice Road has been there for a long time.
long time.
Yeah.
It's no longer top 10,
Okay.
but it's top 20. It's not the same game because this is area control, so Spice Road isn't. But that sense of which cards do I go for to get to use the actions, and then you have to rest to get them back or whatever. There's just similar enough feel to it that they feel conflicted. No, they're fighting each other. Whatever. They're competing. There you go. I don't know. I need to play it more, but right now this one is lovely. So from one family of games, area control, that we didn't typically like, to a family of games you don't typically like.
Which are you looking for?
That one.
All things,
Right.
all creatures, big and small.
This is a 2-player only, not implementation of, take on a very popular game called Agricola, which is all about farming, but that's a big, long, grandiose game. This just takes one element of it,
Yeah.
animals,
Yeah.
and puts it into a 2-player game. But it's worker placement, which Uwe Rosenberg, the designer of this and Agricola and many other games, Caverna.
I won this.
You did, yeah. Uses a lot of worker placement. You don't care about worker placement, do you?
No, not really. But what was fun is that the animals keep breeding. I just enjoyed that. Like, oh, the pigs have had more pigs.
Yeah.
And so that was fun, and that
And
can,
the pieces
that
are
can
really
double
nice.
quite quickly. Double your amount quite
So,
quickly.
a couple of positives. The pieces, I really like the different animals. They're
Yeah.
shaped nicely. Also, there's a set number of rounds.
Yes.
So, even if you're bored, it's going to be over soon. Or you're really enjoying it and you need to get through
get
everything.
them breeding.
So it forces...
But then you have to reshuffle them, and you can have some of the animals in your house if you want, because you know.
Like an animal in your house, your pet pig.
Yeah, but you have to like, oh, no more animals can fit in this field. What am I going to do now?
You buy another field and put it on.
Yeah, if you have time, maybe you don't have time to buy another field, and so yeah.
But
it was
negatives
okay.
for us, theme's a bit dull. We don't care about farming particularly, and you don't care about worker placement, so it's probably not going to be played
It
much.
felt quite samey to a number of games that we've played of similar style, but it was fine. There was nothing particular like ooh about it, apart from
But it works, it's good.
yeah,
And pigs.
love pigs. Okay.
Yes.
Let me talk about this.
Do it.
Santorini. Santorini. Santorini.
Yeah, I do. There you go.
Okay. So this is fun because it's a 3D board you start with, and then you are building a city. Did you say it's a civilization game?
No, that was Tapestry.
Oh, right, okay, so this is not a civilization game.
This is an abstract strategy.
So you're building up a city.
Physical 3D buildings.
Yes. And the aim is to get to the top of a building. But people around you keep building. And so if they put a little roof on the top, you can't get to the top anymore. Oh no. And there's a lot of thinking involved. It was great fun. We played just at the easiest level, which I really enjoyed, and I enjoyed that level of thinking. Now, you can add additional conditions, not conditions, powers to it, so normally you can only jump up one level at a time, but you can add things that mean that you can do, for example, jump up 2 levels at a time. And
build multiple levels or move further, because you've each got 2 pieces. It was interesting coming to the end of our first couple of plays and you were like, oh yeah, that was good, that was fun, that was fine. It needs something else. And then I pulled out the cards going, it's got something else.
Yeah.
And we went, hooray!
Yeah, I immediately, after playing, thought it needs you to be able to have the powers. That's what it's asking for. Like, you want to be able to have an advantage over your opposition, and them have a different advantage over you. And yet, I think I would struggle. I mean, we haven't played it like that with the powers. No. But yeah. I'm anticipating finding that hard to think of that additional, like, not only am I trying to escape them, I'm also trying to, I'm trying to stop them from getting to the top whilst I'm trying to get to the top, which was enough thinking in itself. And then with the additional, but they've got this power, which meant that they can go to these spaces, and I've got this power, which means that I could go to these. I think I'm going to find that harder. So...
But it's good that it's there.
It is definitely.
And it kind of teaches you through the game. It says the first few times, don't use the powers.
Yeah.
Which we didn't, because learn the game, get your head around that bit, and then what we could add is like a second stage of there is an additional power that we both have access to.
Yeah.
And so we're both adding an extra
might
move.
Be easier.
And then if we get comfortable with that, then you've got this power, I've got this power. Oh, how does that affect it? So there's a lot of variety available in what is really a very simple game. You make a move, you build a piece of building. That's all you do.
But it's great to have this 3D construction in the middle of your table, and it just looks really cool. And it's a different game. It's a different game to anything we've got. So I always appreciate that in a game. Santorini, I would recommend thus far.
Cool. So yeah, that's pretty much what we've played. With a couple of other things I've done with the group, but do that another time. Something arrived today that I'll talk about next time, because we're in November now. So partway through November, have we got any plans? We've got games coming up. We doing anything in particular? What do you want to do? What do you want to play? All the usual questions and stuff.
We're going to see
different
people over next weekend, so we might take games or play games of different types there. We're going to see some children, so some children being our nieces, and so we might end up playing kids games then. But there'll also be adults.
We played Ticket to Ride London last time. It's not that kiddie.
It's true.
But we did then play Rhino Hero, which was great.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just let you know what we've done, but nothing particular coming up, have we?
Not coming up necessarily. I'd like to try Subdivision.
Right.
Because we've had that on the shelf for a little while. Escape as well, we've still yet to try. I still want to keep playing Tapestry. I keep want to playing... That's not English. Want to keep playing Keyforge, obviously. All the games.
Because a lot of the games just need playing.
Yeah. And Rome, I'm enjoying discovering. Yeah, just usual stuff. So
And
yeah.
I'll play when I get roped into it.
Yeah.
Use.
Not as often as I'd like, but more than you'd like.
Marriage.
Marriage. So yeah, we'll do another update next month, so you know what we got up to, but you can keep up to date with the things that we're doing by subscribing to this channel. Videos go up every week, and hit the bell icon so you stay updated.
Ding.
As I said before, finding us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Win Some Loosemore, do search it, we'll be there. Follow, like, subscribe, all the things on the different platforms. I don't understand them, but we're there.
We will be here next month. Dieter will be here in between time, and so we hope to see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.